I visited my favorite Meisho Edo hyakkei, 100 Famous Views of Edo, painted by Hiroshige Ando to see what those scenes look like today. The silk goods lane in Ohtenmacho in 074 depicts a group of Toryo-okuri, ceremony to send off the master carpenter, passing in front of Daimaruya, which was located on the Oshu Kaido Road. First, please check the map to see where this location is depicted. It is roughly east of Edo Castle, almost 2 blocks east of the current Tokyo Metro Kodenmacho station. The road along which the group of Toryo-okuri is walking is now called O-htenmacho Honcho-dori, which at that time was the Oshu Kaido, one of the 5 main Kaido in Edo. At that time, the actual name of the place was Toryo-okuri, but Daimaru used the name Ohtenmacho, which had name value, and called it Ohtenmacho 3 Chom. I have represented Hiroshige's viewpoint with a red gradation and covered it with a pictorial map of the time. If you look closely, you will see that the southern back street is marked as Daimaru Shinmachi, Daimaru New Street. You can see how Daimaru had a great influence on the area. Now let's take a closer look at the actual painting. The building on the left is the Daimaruya drapery store, and the procession walking to the right of it is the Toryo-okuri. It looks like some samurai family has just finished a ridgepole raising ceremony and is approaching Daimaruya just before this. In those days, after the ridgepole raising ceremony, a procession was held from the construction site to the home of the ridgepole beams. The hyakkei carried by the leader of the procession was a festive pillar decorated during the ridgepole raising ceremony, and was about 3 meters long. A mirror, a hinamaru fan, and a gohei, staff of the rising sun, were attached to the top of the pillar, which was then decorated with a comb, a hair ornament called a tegara, a kamaji, a hairpiece used in those days, and a 5-colored cloth. It is said that these hair tie tools are remnants of the ancient custom of using young women as human pillars. Later, a large arrow is carried by a pair of cranes and turtles, both symbols of good luck. These arrows were used as arrows to ward off evil spirits at the Devil's Gate at construction sites. In fact, this painting was painted as an advertisement for sales promotion. In addition to this, Hiroshige painted several other ukiyo-e for advertisements that would have been commissioned for the Edo 100 series. The cost of these advertisements was a valuable source of income for the publisher, UOEI. Let us follow them in chronological order. It is now a department store operated by Ohtenmacho Honcho under the umbrella of Ohtenmacho Honcho Holdings Limited. Currently, the department store is operated by Daimaru Department Store, a member of the J-Front Retailing Group, which merged with Daimaru. Current Nomura Real Estate Nihonbashi Honcho building. This is now an office building and all 3 stores are believed to be closed. It merged with Matsuzakaya and became a department store operated by Daimaru Matsuzakaya Department Store, a member of the J-Front Retailing Group, with its main store in Shinseibashi, Osaka. Currently, there is a Daimaru Tokyo store in Isu, Tokyo Station, adjacent to the station. In 1956, it became part of Tokyo Corporation, and after the Tokyo department store Nihonbashi, this location is now the Corridor Nihonbashi, which also serves as an office building. Hiroshige also depicted Daimaru in his Edo Meisho. Daimaru was originally founded in 1717 when Shimamura Hikoman Shokai opened a second-hand clothing business, Daimanjiya, in his birthplace in Fushimi, Kyoto. Later, he opened stores in Osaka, Nagoya, and Kyoto, and in 1743, he opened the Edo store in Nihonbashi-dori Toryo-okuri. By the time Hiroshige painted this picture, Ichigoya, Shirokiya, and Daimaruya were the 3 major silk goods lane in Edo. In the Meiji era, however, the aspect of the street changed a little with the development of the road. The Oshu Kaido, which used to be right in front of Daimaruya, moved to the north and became no longer the main street. Later, with the development of the railroads, the flow of people changed, and in 1910, Daimaruya closed its Tokyo branch, which had operated in Ohtenmacho for 167 years, and moved its base to the Kansai region. The photo in the book published in 1919 is already a building for a shipping company. And this is the current where Daimaruya used to be. There are still many textile companies in the area from Ohtenmacho to Ukiyo-e, but there was also a textile wholesaler building on the former site of Daimaruya. Of course, this is not the main street, but now a back alley. I have tried to fit the current picture into the actual Hiroshige painting. At the time, the Kanda and Sano festivals were the two largest festivals in Edo, which were held in rotation every year because they were too expensive. The largest float was the first one to go out every year in O-htenmacho. You can clearly see that the silk goods lane in O-htenmacho were the driving force of the Edo economy at that time. Looking at the current picture, one can imagine a prosperous decline. However, Daimaru, which once withdrew from Tokyo, is now the main tenant in the Osaka Station building and the Yisu exit of Tokyo Station, which has been redeveloped. The town depicted by Hiroshige is clearly moving.